How would one best respond, this is from Facebook, to the claim of an eternal universe that goes through cycles of implosion and explosion? And what does modern science say about this claim, and how does that relate to our belief or a belief in God?
Right. That's the so-called bouncing universe theory, or the so-called oscillating universe theory. Now, this is just a complete hypothesis, right? But the hypothesis, right, because we know that our universe in this expansion is only 13.8 billion years old. One of the hypotheses to make the universe go back further than 13.8 billion years, or even possibly eternally, is called the bouncing universe theory, where it's hypothesized that the universe is expanding, then it's contracting in a big crunch, re-expanding again, exploding and expanding again, recontracting in a big crunch, and supposedly it's been doing this forever. Now, there are many, many different reasons for why this can't be the case. You can't have an eternally bouncing universe. You know, one of the problems, of course, is that each cycle has to get bigger. So, you know, we've only, you know, this cycle has only been around for a finite amount of time. So that's going to be the optimal cycle up to where we are now. Well, if you go backwards, you can't go backwards infinitely. You're going to have to go backwards to a particular point in finite time. So that's the first reason that the bouncing universe cannot be eternal. The second reason, it comes from dark energy itself. The universe itself is constituted by three major groups of what we might call mass energy. Visible matter, which is 5%, dark matter, which is 25% more or less, and then dark energy, which causes the universe to accelerate, which is 70% of the mass energy in the universe. Now, let me repeat that. Dark energy makes the universe accelerate in its expansion. That means that if dark energy, the preponderance of dark energy, were always part of the universe, then there is no possible way that the universe collapsed in upon itself in any past era. The only way you could get the universe to collapse in upon itself is to get rid of the dark energy, and then suddenly in our cycle, whoosh, completely replace it like a deus ex machina, right? God comes into the world just to fool us, right? He takes out the dark energy, lets the universe collapse, puts it back in, ha ha, fooled you. Now, if God's not playing games up there,
he's not a Jedi
dark
Knight,
energy
right?
pretty much
He's not a Jedi Knight showing up here with the Dark Lord or something. Right? Well, let me ask you a question, though, with that, too, to follow up on what you're saying, because we're getting near the end and there's so much we're going to be doing going forward. But one question, you know, the average person might have, you know, listening to all this higher theory and understanding, at least feeling confident there's answers to these things, is if it's made so complicated, why didn't God just do it, you know, much simpler? Why do you think God needed to do it this way, or decided to do it this way? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I mean, to be very frank with you, you know, it seems, because I'm using these technical terms, right, it seems like the universe is very complicated. And no doubt there are complexities in it. But the most amazing thing about the universe itself is that it's remarkably simple in its underpinnings, right? 20 fundamental constants, the interaction through a series of very fundamental equations that bring together practically everything with an astonishing elegance, with an astonishing beauty, with an astonishing integrated intelligibility, in a kind of a remarkable simplicity. And you know, if you study these things and you look at it and you begin to say, you know, gosh, the hand of God is so simple. I mean, in certain areas of physics, you know the way we proceed? We proceed first by looking for the most elegant solution to our problems in particle physics or other kinds of areas of physics. We look for the most elegant solution first, then we build our experimental apparatuses to test for the more elegant solution, and more often than not, there it is. Now, are you telling me that that kind of elegance, that's mathematical elegance, aesthetic elegance, right? right? Are you telling me that that kind of elegance just happened to occur by pure chance? I don't believe it for a second. The universe is mathematical from its top to its bottom, but it's not just mathematical, it's elegantly mathematical. It's simple mathematical. It's you know, beautiful, you know, linear and non-linear progressions of simple beauty, elegant. And of course, all of that just comes together in this most remarkable way that just bespeaks not only intelligence, but it bespeaks an immense aesthetic capacity for beauty. And above all, it bespeaks love. That God did this for humankind. God did this to bring life, and not just life, but life to the fullest, and life with intelligence, and life that was going to support a spirit, a soul that comes from Him, a unique manifestation of self-consciousness and purpose that would come from Him, embedded in all of this elegant beauty, and that it would look back with a state of just, you know, stunned wonder, right? Like the psalmist says, right? You know, we're fearfully and wonderfully made. The universe is fearfully and wonderfully made. The heavens proclaim the glory of God. And look back upon this elegance, and look back upon this mathematical perfection, and look back upon all of these things and go, oh my gosh, we have been loved into existence by a mind so beyond our own.
Thank you so much, Father
yet
Spitzer.
was able to make it simple for us.